The purpose of this video is to learn how to restate and answer the question. This is our purple goal. The reason we're talking about restating and answering the question is because this forms a topic sentence of our body paragraph. So when we restate and answer the question, we have a couple goals. First of all, we want to turn that question into a statement. So we need to turn it into a sentence that ends with a period. When we do that, our goal is to change the least amount of words as possible. And we also want to embed our answer into it. Our next goal is to never use because when we do this, and we'll go over why that is in a next slide. So if I have a question like this, should parents help with homework? We need to think of a way, how can we restate and answer this? Before we do that, I want to go over a couple of ways of not to do it, because this is what I see a lot of. One way to not do that is to ask the question and then answer it, because our goal is to turn that question into a statement. Notice how this one uses the word because. Now when we use the word because, that narrows our topic. Remember, a topic sentence, like the name implies, gives the topic of that entire paragraph. So when I say parents should help with homework because it's too hard, now my whole paragraph has to be about how homework is too hard. Versus if I just said parents should help with homework, period. That would mean my whole paragraph could be about why parents should help with homework. And for one of the details I could use, it could be because it's too hard. Maybe I could have another detail about kids have too much, things to do. So we want to keep our topic broad. That's why we don't want to use because. And of course, this is another example I see a lot of. Don't just answer the question. When we restate and answer the question, we need to say the whole thing. Now I do want to go over, there's a couple ways of restating and answering the question. This is one way to do it. This is not the best way to do it, but this works. We could put something like, no, parents shouldn't help with homework. But remember, our goal is to use the most amount of words that we can and not change the question any more than we have to. So in order to do that, with this one, all we have to do is move should around. And this would make the best restating of the question that we can come up with. Parents should help with homework. Notice all we did is we took should and we moved it and we made a period at the end of a sentence. Now I don't really ever care about what side you are on, so you could also put parents should not help with homework, and that's perfectly fine as well. The thing that I care about is restating and answer the question correctly. Let's take a look at another example. What is your favorite sport? If I restate and answer that question, it sounds something like, my favorite sport is NASCAR. Should Apple replace the headphone jack on the iPhone? Again, if I restate and answer the question, it would sound something like Apple should replace the jack on the iPhone. Be better yet if we put Apple should replace the headphone jack on the iPhone. Because again, our goal is to use the most amount of words in the question as possible. With that being said, let's take a look at your homework. And I did do the first question for you because I want you to have an example, so feel free to use my example here. Our question is, what is the best kind of ice cream? And our answer is, the best kind of ice cream is chocolate. Notice how I restated this. I kept quite a few of the words. Please don't write chocolate. That's not restating the question. That's answering it. It's not restating it. So please make sure that you're restating the whole question. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me in class.